Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. Today I'm going to share with you a giant bag of movies I picked up from this store, The Great Escape, local to me. I was closer to the one in Bowling Green, Kentucky, so I went to the Bowling Green, Kentucky location. And this is everything I picked up on Black Friday in a giant paper grocery bag. So I'm going to get in here and show you everything I picked up. I hope everyone else out there is doing well. I know I am. And I haven't gone through these since Black Friday. So I can't remember what all I got. But it was all 20% off the entire store. So I went there. It was kind of a bust going to Bowling Green because I went to the Barnes & Noble up there for the 50% off Criterion sale. And they had no Criterion. Really, they only had one display of movies, and frankly, I think you could fit it all on half this shelf right here. So, yeah, it was kind of disappointing. But I also wanted to go to The Great Escape, and they had a bunch of stuff. Nothing that I was directly looking for, but, I picked some stuff up. Some things caught my eye, so we're going to go through. I got a small stack of DVDs, and the rest is VHS. So, yeah, we're gonna start out here, and then go to the VHS. So, starting out with, and I just love this cover. It's an Audrey Hepburn film, and that is "Wait Until Dark." I really love this cover, and if I find the movie poster one day, I'll probably buy it and have it grace my wall. So, but I picked that up. Next up, and I bought the VHS of the original John Wayne film, but I had been wanting to rewatch this one for some time, and that is True Grit. So I picked this one up. I think the last time I actually watched this was in the theater, so I wanted to give that one a go. Cats. Next up, and it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, and I wanted to pick it up. Once I saw it, I was just like, I have to get it, and that's Risky Business. So again, it's one that I haven't seen in a long time. The one I did see was on TV, so I'm eager to get into this one and give it a go. So next up is the Denzel Washington film from the director of Nightcrawler, and that is Roman J. Israel Esquire. This one, I wanted to see after having seen a scene on YouTube, and I wanted to get into the movie a little bit more and see what it was all about. So I picked that one up. Next up, and I only picked this movie out because it had primarily Meryl Streep. But it's a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Diane Keaton's in it as well as Robert De Niro. So a pretty star-studded cast there. But that's Marvin's Room. I've never heard of it. And so I'm kind of eager to see what this one is. Again, Meryl Streep is probably my favorite actress. And again, I've not heard of this particular film. So I've just enjoyed everything that I've seen her in so far. So I wanted to check that out. Next up, and this is another one that I've never seen. I always remember the cover for the VHS growing up at the video store, but I've never seen this, and it's always kind of intrigued me a little bit. But that is Billy Crystal's Mr. Saturday Night. So pick that one up. This next one, I missed it in the theater. I guess I just didn't realize it was a Spielberg flick, or I didn't think that it would be worth really checking out just based on the trailer and everything. But once I saw that Spielberg was attached to it and I paid a little bit more attention, I've been wanting to see it for a little while now. But that's Munich. So they had this nice collector's edition with all sorts of exclusives, so I wanted to check that one out. And the last DVD I got, and this is one I haven't seen since high school. I remember renting it. It was one that I always passed up on because I was like, "This, I don't know what this movie is." And then I just got it on a whim one day, rented it, and I enjoyed it, but I hadn't checked it out since. But that's Multiplicity. I just remember Michael Keaton, and he has like a bunch of clones. So I don't remember the deep details of this one, but I wanted to check it out. So that's all the DVDs I got. So, I mean, the rest of the bag is all VHS. So we're going to get in here. And I pretty much have a rule that I do not buy VHS unless it's $1 or less. I did make an exception for one movie in here. And I'll save that one for last. It's actually right here on top. But I will scoot that one over here, and I will save that one for last. But starting out with, and I only picked this one up because I'm pretty sure I would have passed it up if I hadn't seen this the other day. But there's somebody I follow on Instagram that shares movies they're watching on a daily. And this is one that they shared, and it looked kind of interesting. But that is Lady Hawk. It's like an early Matthew Broderick film, Richard Donner. And, what is her name? Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know how I couldn't remember Michelle Pfeiffer, but she was in this. This is used to be property of a lady named Kathy. I will hide her last name in the event that Kathy does not want to be, shared for ever having owned this film. But I'm interested in seeing this one. It looked worth checking out when I saw the image of it online. This next one, we have here an old Hollywood video rental. California with Juliette Lewis and Brad Pitt. Seemed interesting. So, wanted to check it out. I'll just try and level off both sides of this bag here. But this one we have, and I've never seen this one, so, feel free to judge away. But that is the Kurt Russell film, Escape from L.A. Never seen this one. I should probably hold off on watching this one before I rewatch Escape from New York, because that's one I have seen, but it's been so long that I don't remember it. So, pick that up. Next up, we have Keanu Reeves in Hardball. This one, I went ahead and got the stickered cover of it. I guess they threw a sticker on there, and it made it just a little cheaper. Enough to fall into that dollar and below category. I think the one without the sticker was like $2. But it's not going to affect the way the movie plays or the way mustard tastes. So I picked up this as The Watcher with Marissa Tomei, James Spader, and Keanu Reeves. I've never seen that one. My friend Chris, I believe, had that poster on his bedroom wall growing up. If I'm remembering correctly, I want to say this was the film that he had a movie poster for up on his bedroom wall. He had like this, and he was always a big fan of the Blair Witch Project 2. But I think this was the poster I remember him having on his bedroom wall. Here we are leveling things off. This one I've never heard of, but it looks like a movie that may have been remade later. It seems familiar. But it's Bridget Fonda and Jennifer Jason Leigh, and that is Single White Female. Never heard of it. Somebody has a new roommate. Things happen. I'm not sure what. This will probably be on an upcoming VHS rewind because I'm interested in seeing what this is all about. Let's see here. Next up we have, and this is probably my second favorite Johnny Depp film, and that is The Ninth Gate. I have the DVD. I have the Blu-ray. I even have a digital copy of it, but I've never seen it graced on the old tube television, the VCR. So I picked that up again, 99 cents. This next movie, I kind of wrote off a long time ago. I thought it was just kind of a whatever movie, and then I rewatched it a couple years ago and really enjoyed it for what it is, and that is Lucky Numbers with Lisa Kudrow and John Travolta. I think John Travolta plays like a local news or weatherman, and Lisa Kudrow is the lady who pulls the lottery numbers, and they find a way to like rig the lottery, and then it becomes this big ordeal. Next up here, and if my friend Chase is watching this one, I'm sure he'll be glad to see that I picked this one up. And I don't know, I feel like it's a movie I just need to go back and rewatch. The first time he introduced me to this film, I pretty much wrote it off. It didn't look like a movie for me. And then I did watch it, and I think I just didn't watch it at the right time, or it just didn't feel right when I was watching it. And so I just disregarded it. And so it's probably one I need to go back and rewatch. But that is Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. So I'll probably give this one a go. I remember he told me about this when we were in college, and he said I really needed to watch it. He even talked with we were in a film class together, and he talked to the film teacher and was just like, just tell him he needs to watch this movie. And she was like, you need to watch the movie. And I was like, fine, I guess I'll watch it. And again, didn't really give it, I guess, the view it needed. So I'm going to go back and give it a go. So I figured for 75 cents or 80 cents or whatever it was, it's worth the watch, worth the time. This next one, ooh, a special screener copy. I was confused about this because it had on the back street date and order date. I guess premium quality Castle Rock denim shirt free with purchase of this film in a 6-pack. So I guess you used to, I guess they would send these out and you would screen it, and if you wanted to put it on your rental shelf, you would, and if you bought a 6-pack of them, you would get a free shirt, a denim shirt. But that is, let's see here, we have Al Pacino, John Cusack, Bridget Fonda, and Danny Aleo. And that is City Hall. I don't think I've heard of this movie. But it seemed interesting. This is on the back where you could see the date range and all that stuff that it was saying. It has all sorts of facts that you don't get at like on the back of a normal cassette. You have the actors and I guess what they've accomplished. It talks about single white female on the back here, so maybe I'll do a double feature kind of night or something. Impressions of the box office, different things like that. Yeah. So, City Hall. Next up, we have Tom Cruise in The Firm. So, I've never seen this one. It drew my eye because I do enjoy films that appear like they have something to do with the courtroom and lawyers, things like that. Even though I'm not a fan of lawyers, I don't think it's so much. I'm not a fan of lawyers. I think they get a bad rep because it just ends up being a game of who will win. Who's going to strategically screw the other person over, or strategically win. And an innocent person goes about their business. But yeah, The Firm. I wanted to check that out. See about that. Next up, I don't know anything about this other than I saw Natalie Portman on the lineup here, and it had a slew of other actors and actresses. We have Matt Dillon, Lauren Holly, Timothy Hutton, Rosie O'Donnell. We have Natalie Portman, Michael Rappaport, Mira Sorvino. I'm botching that. And then Uma Thurman. But this seemed like an interesting flick, and I've never heard of it, never seen it. But that is Beautiful Girls. And this was 50 cents on sale. And then with that added Black Friday bonus. Oh, buddy. Come on. Oh. All right. With the added 25% off the Black Friday bonus, it was even cheaper. So next up, I'm going to hold off on that one because it's a sequel. What's this one below it? This one below it is Albert Brooks and Brendan Fraser. I've never seen this movie, and I love Brendan Fraser movies. And that's The Scout. He's like a baseball player, and he has, I guess, all sorts of problems, and they're trying to sort that out. Next up, and my buddy Jose told me about this one, said I needed to watch it. And I've never seen it. But that is Michael J. Fox, Julie Warner, and Woody Harrelson, Doc Hollywood. So, again, I've never seen this movie. And I trust Jose's judgment when it comes to movies because he and I have a very similar taste. Oddly similar taste in movies, which is fantastic. This next movie is... I think I just bought it because it was in an old rental case, and I just had to get it. But that is, and I was always more of a fan of the sequel of this one growing up, but I need to give this one a watch now as an adult, and I think I would probably appreciate this one more. But that's An American Tail. So yeah, I wanted to check this one out and go from there. But there was a thing I saw in this one that there was like a lot of confusion about this film when it first came out because, or I guess maybe just over time, but the Statue of Liberty is like this super bright, like coppery color in the film, and evidently when the Statue of Liberty was first erected, it was like a copper, because it's copper, but it was like a bright copper color, and then it formed that, I don't think it's tarnish, but like that patina over time, that sort of tarnish patina over time, which is the color that we all know now. But evidently this film depicts it during the time that this film, this movie takes place, as the copper color that in its original luster. So I think that was just kind of a neat, interesting fact that I heard about. But this next one I picked up. This one and the sequel I've never seen. The sequel is a Good Times release. It's still rated R, but I think I remember hearing that like Good Times releases were often usually edited in a certain way. I guess for that particular release. So the second one may be, I don't know, but the first one is Death Wish in an old like rental case, which is awesome. So we have Death Wish and then Death Wish 2. I've again not seen either one of these, so I was kind of eager to get these and I don't know, find out about them. So we'll go with that, and then Dusty Box. This next movie I don't know anything about. Ooh, I'm gonna have to tape the label back on or something. It looks like it unstuck. But this next one, again, I know nothing about. It's a Meryl Streep movie. It looks like it's Meryl Streep, Kurt Russell, Cher, Craig T. Nelson, Ron Silver, not sure who that is, Fred Ward, and Diana Scarwood. But that is a film titled Silkwood. I've never heard of this. I know my stepmom has this on VHS, and I almost borrowed it the other day, but then I figured I'd end up, I don't know, it'd be on my shelf forever and I'd forget about it, and I didn't want to do that. So whenever I borrow things, I try to put them like in a blatant spot that I don't forget that I have them or something. But I just saw this there and I figured, why the heck not? I'll give it a go. See what that's about. That, and I saw I saw it at on like Amazon or something like that on DVD, but it was, I think at the time, a little more than I wanted to pay for it, especially having not known anything about it. But yeah, and then last but not least, another Johnny Depp film, and I'm pretty sure I don't have this one. I think I have, there's a different movie I'm thinking of, Sleepy Hollow, I think I do have. But this is From Hell. So it's been a long time since I've seen this one. I think high school again. So there's that one. And then last but not least, I picked this one up. This one I spent $5 on, which was well more than I wanted to spend. But it's in an old rental copy, which, you know, just adds to the fun of owning it. But I remember going over to my friend Clayton's house in high school and after high school for many years, and his dad introduced this movie to me, and it's just always sort of been in the back of my head. You know, I've since bought it on like DVD, and I've watched it many a times. This was a movie I was looking to buy when our local video store, Video Depot, went out of business, and I really wanted to get it. I really enjoy this movie, and I think more because it has like that sentimental feeling to it. His dad was sort of like, you know, one of our like honorary fathers. So, you know, any time he tried to, you know, give us good advice on how not to be a dumbass, he would try and do that. We pissed him off, he pissed us off, just like a dad. So he was our friend, he was like a mentor, but this film always takes me back to watching it over there at their house with them, and it was like late at night one night, and but that is the film Bad Boys with Sean Penn. I didn't even know about this movie until he had told me about it, and I absolutely loved it. When did this movie come out? It's saying 1995 on the side, but I think that's when it was at this particular rental location. I don't know how to read Roman numerals, so I don't know that actual date, but yeah, Bad Boys. I had to get this movie once I saw it, and it was in a video rental copy. It was a movie I was wanting to buy on VHS a long time ago, and so I'm glad to get into this one. This will definitely be on a like a tribute to Donnie, his dad, VHS rewind. So yeah, that was everything I picked up at the Great Escape. Bunch of discounts. So that's everything I got. And I think what are we in? 25 minutes for this video. So yeah, I don't know if anyone out there did some VHS shopping on Black Friday. What did you pick up, or did you do any Black Friday shopping? I didn't really go out, but to Barnes & Noble and the Great Escape. Most Black Friday shopping now is done online. It's done weeks ahead of time, and then it even follows up on Cyber Monday. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little different now, but I still like to go out, go Black Friday shopping. There were a couple of other movies I wanted to pick up while I was out there, but I didn't. I kind of wish I had, but again, I have that rule where I don't like to spend more than $1 on a VHS or anything like that, with this one exception. And even this, I think it's crazy that it's $5. But what the heck? Yeah, that's what I picked up. So, what did y'all pick up Black Friday shopping? Did you have any of these growing up on VHS? Heck, maybe I got your copy, Kathy. I'm pretty sure I bought your copy of whatever movie that was on VHS. But share that down in the comments below. If you like this video, smash that thumbs up if you made it all the way to the end and heard me say this. And yeah, thank you for all stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye.